Welcome all to the post-show thingy that I've been working on for a bit. The basic idea of this is I go over my past videos and tear them apart and talk about how I did all the technical parts and why I rated it the way I did. And so we're starting off with the first episode of the series, which was Fast Paced Games, the name of it was called. And it was a review of Boomerang X, and I can't remember the other game. Let me just skip ahead in the video because I do actually have it here. Shady Night. And I'll be honest with you, script writing, not the best in this. But it was what I had to deal with. As it was like a tester episode to see what it would be like doing this kind of review kind of thing. The whole point of the series was an experiment, really, to see if the series would work. And then it was more of an experiment when I put it under pressure. The original idea of this series was I was going to do a ton of videos all at once in like a season kind of thing. And then release them week after week. But I noticed on this channel that there is not a lot of content. Not very much variety of content. So I was hoping to get more of a variety of content from doing this on top. So I'm gonna load the video up over here, and we shall watch the video. I'll pause it as we go along to kind of explain the whole reason of the episode. I think I've got the desktop audio muted. I do. There we go. Turn it down a bit. It's the first time I've done this. Oh, hello, Atari. Also, welcome to the first ever PRTV live stream. I want to do more of these, so hopefully it'll be good. I hope the audio quality is good as well, because I did originally plan this whole thing to be on the other desk, and then the other desk wasn't playing ball with this computer, so had to retry. But yeah, this episode was not my finest work, and never will be, but it's a start. Let's press play.
Hello, I am Mac and this is Rock Paper Crowbar, a show where two guests are talking about a game they've never played before. This month it's just me because I want to test how this works.
So, yeah, the original idea was I had two people suggest different games. So I'd have one person suggest a game and then the second person suggest a game. But I decided not to go that route because other people play the same game in my friend group for a long time. I like to play a different game every so often. So I like to experiment and find new games all the time. So it was less of a both of us are going to try the game, more of a I'm going to try this game and see what I think of it. I'm going to try and put some more two people content out there in the future, especially on Rock Paper Crowbar, because I have a whole new plan for season 2. This season hasn't ended, by the way. We've still got 3 more episodes, I think. Proteus, Shadow Warrior, and then Ultra Kill. Ultra Kill being the last episode of this season. So the whole idea was 2 people. I decided to remove that idea for multiple different reasons. I told you one of the reasons, but the other reason was because when I select a game underneath for the YouTube content, so you know what game it is, it only lets me select one, and this had two games in it, so it wasn't the best idea.
Well, let's begin. So this month was the Steam Game Festival. Yeah. A yearly showcase of demos and developers' work. And I picked 2 of my favourite demos for that week.
I did this at Steam Game Awards, That's what made me rush into this project, because Steam Game Awards was on. It'd be a perfect time to get all these demos and play them, and it would make sense for the content. So that was the whole reason of that. And there was something else I wanted to just say there. Hang on.
Two of my favorite demos for that and developers work.
Oh, yeah. What I wanted to say, I sound really bored in this. I'm not. I'm trying to put my full power into this. I'll probably sound the same right now because I did wake up an hour ago. But it's difficult. Both script writing and trying to sound excited all the time on content is incredibly difficult. And I would love to sound, oh, yep, I'm happy again all the time. It's not in my mood, not in my energy to do that. I'm trying to train myself to do that more, so I sound more exciting and more interesting for the content. I probably sound quite boring right now and croaky or something, but it's just difficult to convey the same energy in content all the time.
And I picked two of my favorite demos for that week. Boomerang X is a unique indie game where a player only uses one weapon, a shuriken. This weapon comes back to be used again like a boomerang. The fast-paced movement brings a satisfying feel when you kill an enemy. Unlike a normal FPS where you just run and shoot, this feels like you're a flying ninja through the air, pre-calculating where everything's going to be, and then slicing it in half. The levels are bright and colourful, with an old Japanese style over the top of the arena, but between the battles was some simple puzzles to test if you understand the game. I quite enjoyed those, actually.
I truly loved that game. When I played the demo for that game, it was so much fun. I think I played the demo for that game 6 times, and I'm looking forward to the full game being released. I think it's released by Devolver Digital, which I've only really discovered how good their games are. Great games. I think I do more of them on reviews. But I did love this game when it came out. This demo came out. If you might have noticed in the corner, I don't know if it's cut off. I think it's slightly a bit cut off. It says the frame counter. Now, I'm a bit of an idiot, and I didn't notice that was being captured until the final render of the video, and I noticed that green was there, and it really annoyed the hell out of me. Oh, I gotta go for a second. Sorry. Deliveries, the usual. Sorry, this will be edited later, so it'll be faster. Also, I've got the chat up, so if anyone actually wants to say anything, I just saw my delayed self, and that freaked the hell out of me. Yeah, I did love this game, and it was so much fun to use the same weapon. I know that must sound kind of weird in review of the game, but I like having the same weapon and getting used to the weapon and then training with the weapon. It's just great to get used to it. Oh, the next bit coming up, the transition. I was super proud of this transition. I don't know why.
Felt like Shade Knight had a lot of potential but was too complicated in specific tasks such as throwing a sword at an enemy or run jumping towards an object. On the other hand, it was so much fun to feel like Indiana Jones swinging into battle and then killing something with a bow. The combinations when killing and the different ways you could enter a battle felt like so much fun. I hope you enjoyed this first.
That game was a lot of fun, but was difficult to get used to. The kind of content, the kind of game that was, you had to learn the controls before really enjoying the game. And it took me a bit of time to learn the controls, especially, let's go back a couple of seconds. This bit. I forgot I don't have the pause button there anymore because I had to unplug my keyboard. Oh, for God's sake, that's so far back now. This bit, yeah. I found that incredibly difficult the first 6 times, and that was the lobby map. And I think that tells you how difficult that game is to start to learn if you can't slide jump up. Other people may have found that easy. I did not find that intuitive or easy to do. This video is a lot shorter than I was expecting it to be. The whole reason why these videos were supposed to be short, they're supposed to be 5 minutes long, is I know people's interest in videos, especially my own videos, because nobody actually really watches this. It's around about a minute people watch this content. So I was deciding to make, if I make a short video and they see that it's 5 minutes long, they won't want to like abandon it as fast. That makes sense. Basically, the shorter time span, the more attention I think the people have got. And also, I might want to point something out. I know the thumbnail for this live stream is shit. I'm not going to be using that next time. I'm going to try and tweak it up a bit. The edited version will not be using this thumbnail. It will probably use a different thumbnail. This video will, this live stream will be available for the next week or so until I get it edited. I think that's about it when it comes to the content side of things. Yeah. This game was a lot of fun to play. Both of them were. But Shade Knight just took a bit more of a learning thing. My mouth is dry. Let me pour myself a drink. Important to stay hydrated when live streaming because you do a lot of talking and your mouth dries up very fast. A tip I learnt myself actually, didn't have to ask anyone. I'm hoping the next live stream might be a bit more entertaining than this one, because this episode wasn't my best, but it was an example and a tester, as I said. The next episode to review is the System Shock one. The System Shock one was a great episode, and I quite like the fact that I had myself talking in it. It gives you more of someone to connect to the voice. Instead of just having a voiceover, you need to have, even if it's animated, a nice face or character that says the things you know. You can connect to them. So this episode I really did look forward to making, and what really got me enjoying this subject. Now, on the side of content and stuff, just for a quick second, I think I might take a break from YouTube, but not for long, maybe like a week. But this isn't going to be anytime soon. I've got tons of stuff to go through. It's just that my friends seem to be worried that I'm doing too much. Okay, friend, one of them, the rest don't seem to care, is worrying that I'm doing too much, so let's see how that goes. Yeah, well, I'm getting a live stream here. It's not a very long one. How long was it? It was 16 minutes. See, it's around about this time it's going to stay at. And maybe up until the Doom episode. Well, I've got a lot more to talk about on the Doom episode. No, actually, the Mirror's Edge episode. That game annoyed the hell out of me. And I also don't have that game installed anymore. Or the System Shock one. But I do have Doom, Half-Life, and what's the next one coming out? Proteus installed. I also have 2 of the Shadow Warrior installed currently. And I always have Ultra Kill installed. I love that game. It's my favorite game. Actually, I was going to use that in the script. Ignore that. Yeah, so